Well, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you. This is Jeanette Wilson. Kelly Coleman and I are facilitating this evening. We're a couple of the Southeast senior leadership coaches. And first off, we just want to apologize for this technical difficulty this evening. But my goodness, over 50 of you have figured it out. Whether you found our link on our Southeast Region Facebook page or you got the new invite, we're just so happy that you are here. We really are excited to be with you this evening. Our motivated and success-driven Southeast representatives shares, where you're sharing your tips. And with that, on our Southeast Region Facebook page, we are really growing, and we want to make sure that you are posting photos of your successes so that we can celebrate with you. So continue to do that and continue to promote our Southeast page, please. Tonight, we've got some really great sharing to be had. And the first person that we're going to be hearing from tonight is April Berry, and she's going to be talking about Facebook parties for customers and team growth. And then Angelia Wachtall, also on the spot sales, is what she will be covering. So make sure that you are writing in the chat box. Really, any comments that you have, if you've got questions, we will post on their profile page, their email, their phone number. So if you need to reach out to them aside from tonight, please do. But also make sure that you're putting some comments in the chat box if you can add to it, or you like what they're saying, because we always like the recognition. So thank you for that. And with that, I'm going to pass this over to Pat Pudzer, because Pat is actually April Berry's upline, and she is a Silver Executive Leader, and Pat is going to be introducing April this evening. Pat, can you go off mute? Are you with us?
So Pat was just with us, but she has disappeared. Do you want to give her a ring, Jeanette?
I will. Yeah, Pat, if you can hear me, dial my phone and I'll put you on speaker, but I'll just give her a call.
Yeah, give her a call. Stay tuned. You guys have already been hanging out with us already. Thanks so much for continuing to hang out. We're going to kick it off.
Okay, it's ringing. Let me see if I can get Pat. She was having some, we're having fun with this technology this evening. Pat, it's Jeanette. I'm going to put you on speaker so you can introduce April.
I could have been in a microphone and a camera,
okay,
but I thought I needed to call in,
okay.
And so I'm sitting here in my dining room. I don't have a microphone.
Okay, Pat, you're on live right now, so everyone hears you. All of the representatives are listening to you.
Okay, well, it will be my great pleasure to introduce April Berry. I'm ready when you guys are.
You can go ahead. Go ahead, Pat.
It truly is my pleasure to introduce April. She actually joined Avon, I think it was in third quarter 2012. And if I recall, she wanted to earn some extra money to pay down credit card debt. She was in my second gen at that time and was employed full-time with a hubby and 2 small children. I think it would be accurate to say that she wasn't looking at Avon as a possible career at that time. But things changed. By 2015, she was recognized for both total unit sales volume and unit sales growth locally in her district. She graduated from AUL Academy that year and was invited to speak at conference in Orlando, where she was recognized as being in the top 10 in team sales volume and in team sales increase for the ambassador level in the entire USA. April left her corporate job of 10 years in August 2016, right before Rep Fest, to pursue Avon full-time. Her husband, Alan, whom she often calls Big Al, he supported and encouraged her, and his support and encouragement is definitely ongoing today. April was recognized at the 2016 Rep Fest for being #1 in total unit sales increase for her level and #2 in total unit sales volume. Again, in 2017, April earned an incentive and enjoyed a free room at Rep Fest in Nashville. April is a team player, and the fact that she's received the Spirit of Avon Award twice, I think in 2014 and again in 2016, demonstrates that very well. She earned a trip to Atlantis, the Bahamas, in the 2017 incentive, and she's already secured her spot on the trip to Bermuda this year. And I'm confident that she's going to earn a trip for Alan to go with her as well. April's goal is to become goal leader, and I know she will make it happen this year. Somewhere along the line, I think it's been less than a year, she rolled up to my first gen, and I'm thrilled to be working with her. April is articulate. She's fabulous on social media. She makes the best videos. But more importantly, she goes out of her way to not only support her team, she supports her peers on my team, and she supports me. She is all that and more. So I just say to you, representatives, pay attention as April does what she does best. You are going to be so glad you tuned in. So here's April.
Wow. So hold on a second. I'm trying not to cry. But that was really beautiful. So, oh my goodness, to have somebody like Pat Pesner say things like that about you. You just don't understand. But I'm really excited to be here. And I want to go ahead and jump in because those of you who know me, I'm a little long-winded. So I've been practicing for you all day. I'm going to go through this really fast. Okay, guys? So please put questions over on the side and I will try to get to as many as I can. I wanted to talk to you guys about the Facebook parties. This is a really great way to expand your circle, especially right now with the crazy weather we're all having. This way you can kind of do it from the comfort of your home. You can set it up and manage from anywhere. You don't need inventory or books for this. And it'll help you build sales, get new teammates, and it can help you gain new customers. And if you want to go ahead and switch to the next slide, while I am waiting on the next slide, I'm going to go ahead and say I didn't put this in here, but when I do Facebook parties, whether it's for a new representative launch, a rep relaunch, or if it's for a hostess, all of the orders are drop shipped from the e-store. These are not delivered by me personally, and that's because some people have friends all over the country, and I want to keep it as simple and even as possible. You don't have to do it that way, but that's my recommendation. So whenever you get started, this is kind of the whole circle of life for Facebook parties, and this would also apply to home parties if you do them. So you need to have a hostess, or like I said, maybe a new rep on your team that you want to help out. You're going to do your event. You're going to make some posts. You're going to go through with your party, or the game, as I like to call it, and you're going to process with your follow-up after that's over. And then hopefully you're going to have a new hostess when you're done, if not more than one. So you can go to the next slide, please. So first step is when you have your hostess chosen, you're going to send her something with some guidelines about rewards, when the party's going to take place, etc. Because we are on such a fast turnaround time and most of us are working to hit our sales goals, I email everything to them just to save a little bit of time. I move pretty fast with these so that everybody stays excited, the information is fresh. So I use email, but if you're local to them, you know, if you want to drop it in the mail or if you want to go hand it to them, if you can see them, that's fine too. You need to coach the hostess on how to invite guests properly. And I want to just slide in here really quick. If you haven't jumped on the social selling webinars, you really should, because some things that I talk about here shortly have already been explained in there. It's really important that you don't just invite everybody on your friends list. You need to individually message folks and ask them if they want to be a part of that party so that when they get in there, they actually want to be there there, they're participating, and they click going, okay? And you want to coach your hostess on how to keep the guests engaged for a fabulous party, because you want her to earn as many goodies as possible, and that way you're both going to be successful. Every time you make a post, you want her to click all the buttons, so love buttons, laugh buttons, all that stuff, and put a little comment. It doesn't have to be lengthy, but they do need to engage with your posts. When you do your event, I prefer to keep mine private for several reasons. First, I like to protect my new potential customer info and possibly new teammates if everything pans out the way we want. And it also helps people feel at ease when they know that they're posting in a closed atmosphere. I know, especially with like a VIP group page, I have a lot more engagement than I do on my business page, and I think that's because everybody can see the ladder. We're not historically a party company, so I have set up a Google form, and you can get a Gmail account for free. If you don't have one, I highly recommend them because there's lots of free business tools on Google that are available. And I created my very own form, and all it asks for is their name, address, email address, cell phone number. But I also have 3 questions there. The first one is, are you interested in earning free Avon goodies by hosting a party? The second one is, are you interested in receiving free Avon brochures regularly from me? And then the last one is, are you interested in learning more about how to earn with Avon? And you use those as a guide, but that should not keep you from following up with anybody after the party is over. When you get your invites all in, you want to do a quick introduction for yourself just so they know who you are and why you're posting into this event. So I prefer to do a live video, but I do keep it short, about 90 seconds or less, just to introduce myself so they can see me and hear me, so they know who I am. And then I like to do a quick little post about the new representative that I'm helping out, or the hostess, and I'll post a picture of them because we don't want to put them on the spot. And I will put a little blurb about how I know them, and then ask everybody else how they know the person, and that helps create some initial engagement. You can go on to the next one. So the posting is really important as well. We don't want to spam anybody, and again, I'll refer back to social selling webinar. But 2 to 3 posts per day during the party is sufficient. And if you do up to 3, you're going to want to choose one educational, a fun one, like a game or something, and then one product highlight or sale. And I like to tie them all in together when I do that for the day. So if you think about skincare, you could do one about the importance of exfoliation daily, and then a fun one could just be a crazy picture of like a woman, you know, washing her face with a cactus or something, and make a silly joke about it. And then the product highlight or sale post can be the link that will take them directly to our daily scrub with the new cleanse line. For the engagement, you're looking to post for interaction, not the orders, which I know sounds counterproductive since we're all trying to earn money doing our business. But if you do this the right way and you get enough interaction, the orders will follow, okay? You can go to the next slide. So the party is the actual day of the event. So when you set up an event, it's going to be somewhere between 3 to 5 days. And again, that's up to you and the hostess, but I like to keep them short. But the actual party or the day of the big event, I like to keep it short. I usually do it in the evening between 8 and 8:30. I do keep the actual game to 30 minutes, but then we have about 15 minutes after that where I'm playing catch up and I'm sending out some slides for them to look at. Like right now, a picture of the cruise ship would be a really fantastic slide to show them so that you can get them excited about possibly joining your team. I do talk to them a little bit about, you know, becoming a good customer of mine, and then I will do the results of the game and then do the winner and talk to them about what they're going to get, and tell everybody thanks so much, and I'll be checking with them soon so they know they're going to hear from me. The game that I have done for a long time, I do a scavenger hunt And right now I only have 7 slides, and I have to update it to 8 because we have our now wonderful health and wellness line with Aspira. So I have to add some slides in for that as well. But I do a question for all of our different products lines and our opportunity. And they have to go to the website to find the answer. And what that does is drives traffic to your online store. And it gets them looking around and shopping because they're looking for an item in each category. So they kind of have to look around. So they're going to see all our amazing products. After I announce who won, I will tell them, you know, what you're going to get. And I let them choose from either a lip bundle or an eye bundle for the winner of the game. And I do that because it's very inexpensive, but it's a really great opener if they don't already use Avon. And if they do use Avon, they already probably use a glimmer stick, so they're going to love it. So I do a glimmer stick and a lip shade for the lip bundle. And if they want the eye bundle, they get a glimmer stick and like a single shade eyeshadow. But I do let them choose the colors. And you can pick anything. Keep it simple, inexpensive, because this is coming out of your earnings. But you want it to be fun. You can move on to the next one. And here is the biggest thing ever. So hopefully everybody here understands how important follow-up is. My team probably hates me for saying that because I say follow-up about 50 times a day, but this is the most important part of the whole process. You want to make sure that every single guest that clicked that button and was in that event, whether they filled out your Google form or not, you message everybody and thank them for attending the party, thank them for participating, ask them if they want to support their friend and place an order, and then ask them if they are interested in learning about the Avon opportunity. Some folks will place orders online throughout the party. You want to thank them for participating and for placing their order, and again, approach them about the opportunity at that time. If you're collecting orders from the folks at the end of the party, I still collect them like a traditional order, but I send them an invoice using either PayPal or Square, whatever your preference is. And once I have my money, then I go to the online store and I place their order and just change the shipping address for every single one. That way I'm in complete control of my award sales, but I also know that the hostess is going to get all of her goodies. After you've collected all of your orders and the party is closed, then you will follow up with your hostess to let her know what she has earned and collect her order, and then notify her of her shipping and talk to her about her hostess reward being expected as well. And I think, was that the last? Do you want to go on to the next one? I think that was that. So then you have your circle again, which is you work from your hostess, event, post, party, follow-up. And again, if you do your follow-up appropriately, hopefully you have one or more new people who would be interested in having a party for you. So my old manager used to say rinse, lather, repeats. So that's kind of what you're trying to do here so that you can keep expanding that base with all of their new friends. All right, and I think that's it for me, guys. So I hope that made sense, and I'm sorry that I had to go so fast.
Well, thank you so much, April. Well, first off, I have to say, I know that your upline, that Pat Puzder, was so proud of you. My goodness, that kind of introduction.
I know.
I think everyone just got goosebumps.
I know. I seriously was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to cry over here.
and I know she would probably like to say something again, but she's not hooked onto my phone right now.
It's okay.
I know that she's just beaming from ear to ear. You know, we didn't expect anything less from you, April, because you are just so, I don't know, you're just so powerful in your passion and in your thought process and what you shared. You know, you shared things that are very simplistic as far as how you put this together and how you shared your thoughts of, you know, using your e-store, not worrying about those deliveries, and how you really personalize everything and organize with your Google form. Now, I did notice someone in the chat box asked if they could have a copy. I think it was Michelle Cass-Stevens. Is it possible to see your form? So can you provide that? Not today, but is there a way that you can provide that?
I might be able to post a link to like a plain copy to the Southeast Region's web Facebook site. I'll see what I can do. For those of you who don't know me, I'm not very techy. So if I can do all of this, then anybody can do this. So I will try to get the Google form posted there for everybody to see it.
Great, great. And then I also noticed someone else in the chat mentioned if they've never done a party, can someone help them? So I know that we've got over 70 wonderful representatives on this site tonight, on this webinar. So please reach out to each other. And I know even on our Southeast Facebook pages, you know, if anyone's looking for help, I'm sure that we've got leaders and representatives that will be happy to help. So thank you again. And so now our next speaker, we're going to have one of our sales leadership coaches introduce her. And so I'd like to have Erica McQueen come off mute if possible. If you can't come off mute, Erica, can you dial my number? And then I'll put you on speaker. I think Erica can hear us, but we can't hear her. So actually, this is an interesting evening this evening with our technology, but you know what? We overcome anything. Okay, Erica, let's see if we can get her. There she is. Hi, Erica, you're on the phone, on the webinar. Could you please introduce Angela?
Good evening, everyone. Jeanette, thank you so much for being patient. Not sure what's going on technically, but of course, I'm always excited to be on the call, particularly to introduce such an incredible leader, and I'm just excited about that. But I also wanted to say April always has awesome information, and it's such a pleasure working with her as well. But again, I'm excited about being on the call because I tell you, this next person is always excited, always energized, always just really such an incredible leader, supporting her team and just being a real team player. And so this next speaker is going to show you guys how to make some right now money. And I'm sure there are a lot of you that are interested in that. She's a gold ambassador. She's actually selling at Honor Society. She's out of Peachtree City. And guess what? She won the Boss Life trip to Bahamas, and she is planning to be on the next trip as well. And so it is my pleasure to introduce to the call Miss Angelia Waldhall. Are you out there, Angelia?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
The call.
Take it away. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Erica.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Erica, for that wonderful introduction. And listen, I just want to tell you guys how I get on the spot sales. I decided that I am going to blow my sales through the roof. So I just set a daily sales goal. I created my strategy and I went for it. So on New Year's Day, I was sitting here and I went through the outlet book and I saw our Skin So Soft holiday collection on sale. And I just snapped a picture on my phone and I sent it out in text message. Happy New Year. We have this wonderful sale on this product. Text me your order. The orders started coming in. And by the end of the day, I had $150 in orders. So far, I have about $300 in orders just for the Skin So Soft. And I set a goal to send out 20 text messages a day. And that's all I'm doing. And once you create it, all you have to do is forward it. So keep it simple, guys. And those products I don't even have on hand. What I'm doing is when they text me, I go out to my online store. I place the orders for the products, just charge it to my credit card. And I have a little spot where they can come and pick up their orders. So most of these customers are local, but I will ship those products to them as well. And then the other thing that I have is the Skin So Soft Summer Soft. Oh my God, if Avon does not come back out with this in the summer, I am going to pass out. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to pass out. This product is amazing. I bought some for myself because it has shea butter in it, and I bought 5 jars. And it was, what I loved about it is how it made my skin feel the rest of the day. So I took it around on my deliveries and distributing my brochures. And I had those little spatulas and I let everybody try it. On my first stop, I sold 8 jars. So I'm like, ooh. So I came back home and I went to my online store and I ordered 10 more jars. The next day, I had sold all of those. And then I came back home and placed another order. So you get the picture. But this, and some of those I had in the car, so I got my money right there on the spot, so I don't have to go back and deliver. And a lot of these customers are my regular customers, so it's not like I'm hunting down anybody. And it's been just amazing. That summer soft, I've sold probably 40, 50 jars, and right now it's in the clearance brochure, and every day I'm going out to the website ordering those as I sell them. Sell the ones that I already have in inventory. Talking about instant money. And let me tell you guys, if you are excited about a product, everybody else is going to be excited. So go for it. Get your money.
Angelia, I'm excited. This is Kelly. I, I am excited. Your passion is contagious. I was listening to April and thinking, oh gosh, her passion is unmatched. But here, Angelia is proving that that match passion that April has, and I'm sold. I've got to be honest. I've never had Skin So Soft, Summer Soft, but like I want to buy it right now. But more than that, you've got one, right? That's what I was going to say. More than that, I love your fundamental selling by demoing that product that you have on sale or that you have on hand for on the spot sales. It really is so fundamental. And yet still, we don't always do it. But, you're taking that extra time and it's paying off for you. But I want to say, as much as I love your fundamental demoing product on hand, I love that you talked about this super simple concept of taking a picture of product and texting it out. And I love how you've made a very specific strategy around it, that you made a decision. It starts with that decision. So you said, you know what, I'm going to do it. You made a plan and you're going for it. And I love that you're, being so specific as to say, with this picture, I'm going to text it out to 20 different people per day, because that's so doable. April mentioned something about the Facebook party piece and utilizing the social media, especially being good for this season right now. And she's so right. And so from leveraging social media and the Facebook parties that April spoke to what you were just talking about, Angelia, no matter the season, even now when it's frigid, everybody can take a picture of a product, whether it's from the brochure or maybe you capture the picture from from online or from something that you have if it's a product on hand and text it out. I think it's so fundamental. It's so genius, and you're clearly getting results from it. So way to go for it. And thank you so much for sharing.
Oh, no problem. And listen, I want to throw this in. I have been sick as a dog all year, and I had a sales increase laying on my couch.
And that's due to your texts and these strategies that you're working constantly. If that's not telling, right? I don't know what is. Congratulations. And I bet that you have a lot of people listening in tonight that are going to be copying this strategy and doing this very thing tonight and tomorrow and hopefully ongoing. So thank you for sharing.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my goodness, guys. So what a call. I do love that there was that direct correlation about technology and leveraging technology for this cold season. And so speaking of the season, the Miami Sales Center and our friends there want to wish you a happy Valentine's Day because, yeah, as a company that does leverage holidays, it is soon upon us. And in honor of Valentine's Day and in support of your Valentine's Day sales efforts, our friends at the Miami Sales Center, aka the Southeast Sales Center, have not just one, not just two, not just three. No, they have six Valentine's Day bundles for you to choose from, ranging from $50 in price to $80. Of course, they're no limit. And these bundles are full of both current product and older product. And so I want you to consider the possibilities in regards to these bundles. And I want to ask you, and maybe you'd be so kind as to share in the chat box, how are you using the Miami Sales Center? And then specifically, what are some ways that you can maximize these Valentine's Day bundle opportunities? I'm going to give you a sec to share in the chat. But, I want to just kind of throw a few things out there that come to mind. I have seen some of our best leaders, some of you guys included, I'm sure, do things like best lips or best kiss contest. A kiss cam idea comes to mind. Of course, Valentine's Day baskets and targeting men. Men need all the help they can get when it comes to these type of holidays. So, bundling these things into beautiful Valentine's Day baskets for on-the-spot sales. Maybe using Angelia's idea and taking a picture of some of these bundles and baskets and texting or posting to social media. So what are some other ways that you guys leverage the Miami Sales Center? So as you guys are typing in the chat, hopefully to share, I'll answer Harriet's question. Harriet asked that she doesn't understand what the Miami Sales Center is. So the Miami Sales Center it's essentially just a resource to you, Harriet, where you can order product that some are current, sometimes the product is in advance, and sometimes it's discontinued product, but it's product that will be applied to your award sales. You count towards your President's Club efforts. Really all of the product and award sales are applied the same way. There's a slightly bit of a difference in regards to how it's processing. Actually, that's a good segue to our next slide. When you reach out to the Miami Sales Center and you order either from the brochure or from the bundles, there are a couple ways that you can order. And so once they place the order for you and it's processed, it shows up like a regular order would in terms of invoicing and charges. So just be aware of this as a potential resource for you, another option for you to order product. And as you reach out and order from the Miami Sales Center, be sure to have the proper information that's required to place your order. And just know that in terms of the bundles that we're speaking to tonight, these Valentine's Day bundles, and the bundles that are regularly updated from Miami Sales Center, we will post the Google link on our Facebook page so that you can have direct access to that and leverage these Valentine's Day bundles to the fullest. So we'll continue to answer any questions that we may have missed in the chat. But as we close out for tonight, I just want to say, oh my goodness, we are not unfamiliar with tech issues, are we? We're sure not. But tonight was a biggie with our entire webinar platform having a site issue. And so with a workaround and a resolution, I'm just so grateful that you guys hopped on to this new link, that you joined the call, and I hope that you're taking away some amazing hot tips. And speaking of hot tips, we want to hear from you. So whether it's a new concept, I would say maybe April's Facebook party piece, it's kind of newish, right? I think Angelia's texting piece also kind of newish. Or maybe your hot tip is tried and true, like the on-the-spot demo product sales, like Angelia spoke to. Whatever it is, if you have a hot tip, something that's working in your business, we want to know, and we'd love to feature you on an upcoming Southeast Shares call so that you can share your hot tip and be featured. And you really just support in our representative sisterhood so that everybody, sisterhood and brotherhood, I should say, so that everybody is successful. So with that, again, we're going to stay on for a few minutes so that we can ensure all of your questions are answered. But otherwise, thank you so much for joining us. And we look forward to seeing you all again next week. We'll be back to our regular time in hopes that we don't have any more site issues and continue in the sharing. Thanks again, everybody. Have a good night.
Are you waiting on a lightning strike? Are you waiting for the perfect night? Are you waiting till the time is right? What are you waiting for? Don't you want to learn to deal with fear? Don't you want to take the wheel and steer? Don't you wait another minute here? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Gotta go and reach for the top. Believe in every dream that you've got. You're only living once, so tell me, what are you waiting for? You know you gotta give it so wrong. And don't you be afraid if you fall. Only living once, so tell me, what are you waiting for? Are you waiting for the right excuse? Are you waiting for a sign to choose? While you're waiting, it's the time you lose. What are you waiting for? Don't you want to spread your wings and fly? Don't you really want to live your life? Don't you want to love before you die? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Gotta go and reach for the top. Believe in every dream that you've got. You're only living once, so tell me, what are you waiting for? You know you gotta give it so wrong. And don't you be afraid if you fall. You're only living once, so tell me, what are you waiting for? Tell me what you're waiting for. Tell me what you're waiting for. Show me what you're aiming for. What you gonna save it for? What you really waiting for? Tell me what you're waiting for. Show me what you're aiming for. What you gonna save it for? What you really waiting for? Everybody's gonna make mistakes, but everybody's got a choice to make. Everybody needs a leap of faith. When are you taking yours? What are you waiting for? You gotta go and reach for the top. Believe in every dream that you've got. You're only living once, so tell me, what are you waiting for? You know you gotta give it so wrong. Don't you be afraid if you fall. You're only living once, so tell me, what are you waiting for? Gotta go and reach for the top. What are you waiting for? Believe in every dream that you've got. What are you waiting for? You know you gotta give it so right.